that is not me whistling in the opening. I know it comes as a surprise, but it could have been me, but it's not. Welcome everybody to episode 46 of Making It Up As We Go. It's our birthday. That's awesome. 1 year of shows is this weekend is what we're celebrating. So let's get everybody in here and start having a good old time with it. So we got Mr. Hammerquist. How you doing, sir?
Doing well, doing well.
Very good, sir. Very good. Good to see you as always. Mr. Sean Klondike, how you doing, sir?
Woke up this morning. I'm doing wonderful.
There you go. And always looking better than old Paul.
Happy birthday to us.
There you go. Yeah. 1 year ago. So it was actually May 20th is the show date that we did the first show. Well, that's Monday, and we're not doing a show on Monday. We do it on Saturday, so it's our year birthday. So happy birthday to us. Well, let's just jump right into it here. What's everybody been working on? Sounded like half the house just fell down on me. Somebody upstairs moving around. Mr. Corliss, you've been working on anything this week?
I've been making more parts for the dune buggy.
Oh, nice. How's it coming along?
Well, I've only had a couple fails. I found out that when you print the springs, you don't want to print them upright. You want to lay them down.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll never get the supports off of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I couldn't imagine trying to do that. But when you lay them down, they still stay pretty good and strong. So
yeah. So I got to reprint those, but I'm printing a few pieces here and there, and like this is a rear axle support, or actually it's a rear axle.
Nice.
There it is. And I got the front axles printed. I'm printing all the black stuff first, and then I'll switch to silver and print the exhaust and things like that. And
cool.
It's
a great model. So you'll enjoy it when you put it together.
Matt wants to know if I finished the articulating hand. The articulating hand this week looks a lot like it did last week. and that's because I haven't reprinted the gears yet, but I'm gonna, and I'll get back to it. But sometimes you just need to step away.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I've been printing parts for the dune buggy.
Yeah. Might as well.
There
you go. What about you, Sean? What have you been up to this week? It looks like some things have changed behind you there.
A little bit. I'm missing two printers. The Cutie is gone, and the Sunlu is gone. Actually, the cool thing is my nephew actually bought them from me. I was not expecting that.
Nice.
Because he's already getting another one, so now he's got three printers. And then, it'll change. I'm cleaning it up. As you notice, the walls are white now, so I have ideas. If it happens, we'll see. But then earlier in the week, I've done some engraving. Once a year, I have a gentleman, a good friend of mine actually, and he deals with the livestock auctioneers. You've watched them auction off, bulls and heifers and so on and so forth. Well, each year what they do is they pick out an auctioneer and they present them with the trophy, and I laser engrave the trophies. And if you go ahead and click the share.
Yeah, let's see here.
Ooh,
wow.
Neat.
Ooh. So that is one of the stocks. This one here will be given to the top auctioneer. And then I did another one that goes to the Oklahoma City National Stockyards. Beautiful rifles. That was kind of cool to be a part of.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Nice.
And then kind of finished up a computer tonight. On top of that,
Ooh.
it's been a fun week.
Getting
Computer's
fancy.
not quite done. Stepping up. You know, it's like getting old. You know, your body starts creaking and slowing down. Well, my computer was doing the same. So, time to speed it up.
I was going to make some comment about some young thing.
Oh,
I was ready to make a comment myself.
Yeah. I think
Computer's
we're all
young.
Yeah. When people find out, like, you know, that I have a 26 and a 22-year-old daughter, and then my son's 11 years old, and they're like, "Wow, that's quite a jump." I said, "Yeah, a second wife will do that to you." Yeah, good times. Good times. All right, what about you, Mr. Hammer? DeHammerquist? I always want to say DeHammer because it's right underneath your name.
That's
It's
fine.
Hammerquist. I know.
Well, I did a little designing in Blender,
Ooh, let's
oh yeah.
blow you
This
up
is
here.
cool.
Oh,
and
nice.
so well, if it goes in the hole, it works.
Sweet.
So, had fun with this. You know, can detach it just in
Oh,
case
wow.
it doesn't, you know, fit. You know, where you got to store it, and learned a lot from it, and still have a lot to. I want to change up, and I want to do a multicolor print and kind of change up some of the design here. But it was a fun one. You know,
That's cool.
That looks
Yeah.
really cool.
and I used the iron. I don't know if you can, how well this camera will pick it up, but how flat, smooth that is.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
So that adds 2 hours to your print.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, well worth it though.
Oh yeah, well worth it. And then when that wasn't printing, had to print myself a very large utility box.
Wow.
So I like it because it has the handle as well.
Yeah.
Then it has
Oh, even
still have to do
trays?
some, yeah, has 3 trays, 3 levels of trays in here.
Nice.
What are you
So-
going to use that for?
I am still, I still got to put more storage so I can figure out what I'm going to use it all for.
That's awesome. Keep them busy, that's for sure.
yeah.
Making
That just means
bamboo
you got to
work.
go out and buy more trinkets because now you got a place to keep them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you get the model for the big case? Is that just on Maker World or something? Or
On Maker World, it's Utility XXL. So I've been using all the just type in utility, and that design will come up. They have a small, medium, and large, basically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Very cool. For me here, we've been pretty busy. I don't know if anybody can hear the my bamboo's running in the background there. It should be finishing up here pretty soon. If it is being noisy. But yeah, I've been working on my product design stuff, and I actually had some issues up until this one. That's printing right now. Because I was doing design iterations of the. I'll show you. I'll show you guys what I'm making. It's Hold on. So I did that video a couple weeks ago about the quick disconnect, the magnetic quick disconnect on my laser for the exhaust and all that. So I decided that I would offer them up for sale, and but I had to do some changes to the design stuff in the meantime, and so I've been working on that. Well, when I changed one of the parameters on it, all of a sudden this it's a 3-piece design, so there's no magnets in them currently, so they're not going to stick together. But basically, you put the exhaust hose on the end here, and this side is attached to the laser. If it's like the style that I have, I'm working on some other ones for ones that have different styles too. But so when this ring fits into here, it gets nice and flat. Well, this hose part, everything's been printing out beautifully except for this hose piece. And the lip here, so it has like a 45-degree chamfer going around the top there. But for some reason, it just wasn't printing cleanly. And if it wasn't printing cleanly, it was doing this.
Oh.
So what I did to figure out what the heck was going on, because I couldn't see anything in the model and all that, was I printed one upside down. So this way, so it had all the supports going around the outside, but at least I could see what was going on up here. And so that's this one. And you might be able to just get a little glimpse of it there in the camera, but there's a slight lip. It's like one layer thick of filament, but there was a step there, and there was a screw up in the design stuff. So I had to go back into Fusion and fix it. And so now it's the first one of them is printing out properly again over there. So there's it's been a little bit of a trial and tribulation getting there, but it's getting there. So pretty good. So I'm trying to get a bunch of them printed out and all that, so that I have them whenever somebody wants one. But been working on that, and been working on another project that is getting closer and closer to being ready to go. And that is so much fun. I'm so excited about that, and I can't wait to show everybody. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to show that. But for right now, anyway, that's where we're at. So, what we should do is, since it's, I was making a mess. So everybody, we know what day it is. We're giving some stuff away this week. So throw making messes, hashtag making messes into the chat there. And one of these hashtags will end up being the one that is correct, and we'll draw for a Cody bit, a Jenny bit. So yeah. So speaking of let's see here. Let me go here. Our buddy Cody over there, jennybits.com. Just want to send out a big congratulations and lots of prayers. His wife gave birth yesterday, and they're in the hospital and all that good stuff. So congratulations to Cody, and hopefully everything's going well. So hopefully, and but so if tonight you don't win a Jenny Bit, you need to go support our buddy Cody over there at jennybits.com or Cadence Manufacturing Design, and buy yourself some Jenny Bits. So especially
he needs to buy some diapers.
Yeah, well, having kids is expensive, especially when you're an entrepreneur, and being out there and doing your own thing with your business. So I'm sure he would enjoy anybody going out there and showing support and buying some Jenny Bits. So but good times. Let me check in here with the which we call any other comments we got going on in the meantime. Nope, we're good. Okay, good deal. All right, well let's get moving here, and we'll start talking about some of these videos that happened this week. The first one we'll bring up is here, I guess I gotta get this to our little spots there. There we go. Armored Turtle.
This is cool.
Yeah, this is really neat. So he's developing an open source AMS that can go, work with any printer and stuff like that. And you can change it to be a 2-color one if you want, or I guess you could do even more. But
You said if you want 2, 4, 6, or 8, 10, whatever you want.
Yeah,
That is cool.
yeah, it's pretty neat. I think it's a pretty good design. I guess he's been working on it for over a year, and I wish he would have picked a different thumbnail, like something that actually showed the AMS. This video went by me a couple times before I actually clicked on it because I was like, I don't know what we're looking at here, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Hopefully, everything's, like I said, everything's going to be open source and
Available at GitHub.
pretty sweet design. So,
And then
hopefully,
what was pretty cool was all the filament having its own like cartridge.
yeah, and you can like hot swap them. And,
Yeah, because they had aren't those the pins?
Yes.
Are those the boards for the pins to read what's in there?
yeah, I think that's what those are supposed to be for, and he had to have like custom PCBs made for that and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And the extruder sits within the cartridge, which is
Yeah.
very unique.
Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, it'll be really neat to see that thing continue and see what happens when it's going out. And I really like the duck picture in the background. I was watching that duck the whole time. I'm like, he's just sitting there going, I want to eat that ear. Quack, quack. Good deal. Let's see here. What do we got now? We got 3D Jake.
Missed that.
Did you go through the comments?
No, I didn't.
If anyone has a chance, just go through the comments, and it's one of those videos where you make video on something that people are passionate about, and they're going to tell you how wrong you are and how you messed up.
That's awesome.
I was like, man, he admits it, he's like, hey, I'm just trying. I haven't done this since, I was a youngin'.
Yeah.
And something, you should never do this, and you're going to get a lot of people injured and everything. And I'm like, I think he should take that from his experiment where he's having to hold the table while he's pulling it because the table is not bolted on. It's like,
yeah, he's got his safety glasses on and he's just pushing against the table and just pulling back with the whatever the tool is that was measuring the force.
Yeah.
And just wait for it to snap. It was pretty funny. I was pretty interesting. I mean, it's wild how much it was flexing.
Yeah.
We got to have fun with it, but he was changing he was like, I'm not even trying this in PLA.
No.
And then so he tries it in PETG and then ends up with carbon fiber and stuff. But it was, he was able to shoot it. It was pretty cool.
Well, after he cut the arrow in half.
Yeah, because it was too long.
Too long. And then he's shooting. So it's funny because he's shooting at a backdrop with like styrofoam in front. And so he's shooting, and the cameraman's like, hey, there's a TV behind there. Behind the backdrop. And he's shooting these arrows at
like, what are you doing? Shooting at something with a TV in the back of it. I'm assuming the TV's okay. Although he looked back there, was like, uh-oh. But you would think that if he would have broken the TV, that he would have shown it. But it would have been kind of cool. Yeah. Pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh, good deal. Well, moving on here, we got. Oh, look at this! Somebody sent Paul a laser. So it's 80-watt 2820, huh? So it's so this is the same size that I have, except for this is the 80-watt, not the 60. So what's your first impression, sir? What do you think of it?
I like it. I really do. I was kind of worried. I know it's superficial, but I went with the OhmTech kind of also because I was like, ooh, black and red. That's kind of my favorite color. And everyone has said they're pretty much the same build anyways. And I was kind of like, eh. But then you see it in person. I was like, oh, wow, this actually looks pretty cool. I like the design I like the lid because I'm trying to film through that OhmTech and it has the covering, the shielding,
Okay.
and then it's angled and you're trying to get it right. It's just, you can't film through it. I know these are weird things to complain about, but I haven't actually fired it up yet.
It's a YouTuber's life.
Yeah. Sit in the garage for 4 hours and film something,
Yeah.
And then get a 20-minute video out of it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm curious. On the lid, is it acrylic or is it tempered glass?
It's an acrylic.
It is acrylic. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are those 110 or 220?
110.
Mine's 110. 110 is still right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one has like some updated stuff from when I've gotten mine. Like I think your autofocus is different or something like that.
Yeah, the autofocus is built into the tube, so you don't have a pin sticking out on that. And they didn't give me feet. I think they were like, "Oh, look how tall he is. Let's give him one without feet."
So do you have to send this off to somebody else after you do a review on it, or what do you have to do with it?
Yeah, I have probably about 5 videos, and after the 5th one, we'll see what happens. So,
good deal.
It may stay and something else might go, or that may go and something else may come. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
Now, did somebody else test this out, or were you the first person to test it?
That's a little confusing because at first I was supposed to get a different one, quote unquote. And then they're like, we can't get you that one. So please order this one. But it came from California. So I think it came from their warehouse. So I don't know if it got shipped back to their warehouse or if this was one of the new ones. And then people were saying, I guess these were on pre-order. And people were saying that they were delayed. I'm guessing there was a holdup at I don't know the whole story. I'm still trying to read through everything. I just was like, they sent me a laser. We'll see how it goes.
There you go. Sweet.
Looks
Very
nice.
cool, man. Well, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I definitely will be. So.
Yeah, you can watch me YOLO and be like, oh, I only had to take off these screws.
I wasn't going to mention that, but
hey, I made the mistakes so other people don't have to.
right.
Good deal.
Yeah,
Well,
because I think you're the first person to actually uncrate it on video that I've seen.
Yeah, because normally
Everyone
it's just
else
sitting there.
Yeah.
And
What
I'm
I
like,
want to see is if you have to send it back, I want to see you recreate it.
oh,
and
that's a
put everything
video.
back the way it was.
That's a video because it's, when I tried putting everything back in the bag, they give you that pouch with all the stuff. I broke the zipper. Now I get to put back a $3,000 laser in a crate.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we
no.
go.
I got it.
That's funny.
Of course, that's why you took a video of the uncrating so that you could run the video backwards and see how to recreate it.
Yeah. That'd take too much time. I'll just try and see how far I get.
Good deal. We can't wait to see some more on it. It'll. so far, I mean, I'm pretty happy. So with mine, so I think you'll like it. It'd be nice to hear the differences between your experience with that and the OMTech one. And see
Yeah.
what you think is the differences are.
I do. Oh, one more thing: the knife bed and the honeycomb bed. That is nice because
Yeah.
the OMTech is just honeycomb. So I do like that they give you both and let you decide. So
I'm going to show my
That's cool.
ignorance here because I've only used a honeycomb bed. Why would you want to use a knife bed?
less points of contact with your material, less flashback.
Oh, okay.
Cool
I'm
deal.
assuming that's what I've read.
Yeah.
I've never
you're
used a
right.
knife bed, so I mean, I'm parroting what I've read. Polly wants a cracker.
Yeah.
There
The
you
link
go.
I sent you, if you look, there's bed pins in that link also. And I use those in the honeycomb to raise my stuff above the bed so I don't get the flashback.
Sweet.
Ooh, I can 3D print some now.
Another. Oh, so there you go. Yeah, I went to plastic. Wood. Yeah.
I'm already cutting acrylic.
Oh.
What's a little bit more, right?
Good deal.
Oh.
All right. Well, moving on to our next one here. Then we have Ingeneasy. He just renamed his channel to the Ingeneasy. So it was something else before, but so this was a pretty cool one. I love mechanical stuff, and this was a pretty cool video about it. But man, he goes down some side quests to make this thing, and so he basically the premise behind him making this scoreboard is that he's made a arcade game that's not an arcade game. So it's basically like a wheel that spins, and it's got obstacles on it, and there's this little wheel thing that's riding on the big wheel, and you hit a button and it jumps, and so you're trying to jump over the objects. And so he decided that he needed to make a scoreboard for it that was also no TVs or stuff like that. So he makes he goes through like 5 or 6 different iterations of different style score boards, and before he lands on this one, and it was pretty sweet. But it's one of the ones that the flap goes over, and yeah, I know. At least somebody finished the scoreboard. I know. he made several of them. I think it's motivation.
Well, what's cool about that one, the final iteration, is that he used was it NEMA 23s to flip those so he could get the speed on each one is running a NEMA.
Flying.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty wild.
And then did you catch the end where he's going to 3D print the course? Because that cardboard wheel is just the
Yeah, just
the stand-in
concept and all that. So he's. You hear that? So this is one thing that I've had an issue with once in a while. It's trying to rewind this filament, but the filament is stuck. Yeah, so now little lights on. So that was the sound of the spool banging off the top of the AMS because it's stuck in there. The filament got like on the side of the spool or whatever and got pinched. No. Oh well, it's done printing anyway, so I don't care. It can just sit there. Pretty crazy, but yeah, pretty fun video. I like this one. It was pretty neat. I'd watch it again.
Yeah. It makes you want to get the software, like a good CAD engineering software. Like I was inspired to be like, ooh, I want to make something like that. Not that I'm going to. I mean, it turned out to be my scoreboard.
I just like that. I like the logic of it though, because like when you would get a high score, he made it. If you failed early, it would give you some of these. He had like 3 or 4 different like put downs on it, like you suck or something else, and then like, but if you got the high score, it like said, "Hey, way to go," or whatever. It said something else so on the scoreboard. So I thought that was pretty neat how it added even that into it. So pretty neat, fun stuff on that. Hey, since we've been doing this stuff, let's give away a Jenny bit now. We're gonna do that right now. Let's see here. There's been some hashtags that have popped up here over the last 10 minutes or so. So if you haven't put one in there, or those that were up there, you probably should, because it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of entries into this one. So you should really check some of these other hashtags. But maybe we'll come back. We'll come back to that in a minute. We'll do another one. So Linus Tech Tips.
Finally, I got a video of theirs on here.
So this is pretty sweet. You're doing the water cooling, 3D printing water cooling.
Yeah.
That makes me a little nervous.
You think so?
Well, they had a leak.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could if something goes awry, but
Oh no, they had one, and they had a resin. They had to use what did they use, a resin or
Superglue.
epoxy? Super glue, CA, yeah,
Super glue.
to
Yeah.
fix it. But
But easily fixed.
yeah. But
With my luck, it'd be right over the CPU.
But
yeah,
like that's gonna be cool what people can make though. If it in the end it works and there's no cracks.
yeah, I think I would have tested it before I put it in there to make sure it didn't leak. But
if you watch their other videos, they're like, let's go.
All in.
Send it. There you go. Sweet.
Pretty cool designs.
Yeah. But they're gonna have that up and they're gonna come back to it every once in a while, just check in, and they're gonna update their Twitter and Floatplane accounts. So but they're gonna keep it running 24/7 and see how long it takes for it, if it ever fails.
Well, I mean, and really, it's not a whole lot different than if it was an injection molded piece, I mean, in the end,
Pretty close.
so it really shouldn't fail if it was a quality printed part. It really shouldn't do much of anything negative. So you wouldn't think anyway. You wouldn't think. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's give one of these things away here. So I'm going to share my screen here, and then as soon as I share it, I'm going to go ahead and hit the button, because if you haven't gotten that hashtag in there yet, you're too late. So, all right, here we go, and there you go. But there it is. All right, now we're going to go over here, and we're going to hit draw. So here's the first winner. You're going to get yourself a Jenny bit. Downtown Jenny is Dan Goras.
Yeah.
Nice, Dan. Congratulations, sir, for being our first winner of the evening. Much appreciated. What you're going to want to do, Dan, is where's my mouse at? I'm on the wrong TV screen. Dan. Here we go. Go over here. There you go. Click the button. There we go. Dan, email me your address and stuff to rballarddesigns@hotmail.com, and so I can get that sent out for you. So congratulations, sir. Much appreciate you watching and participating. And everybody keep an eye out. So that first one was I don't even know what it was. What was it? Oh, it was Making Birthday was the first one. So there might be some other hashtags that we got to put in here. So, good stuff. All right, we're going to stop sharing now. Stop sharing. There we go. And Sean's gone. And we'll put ourselves back the way that we were before, and we'll keep on going. So sweet. All right. Well, the next one, I thought this was pretty cool. Matt reviews it, making laser stamps. So it was kind of cool because he joined laser cutting and 3D printing at the same time. And so, if you ship stuff out, you're making stuff and you're shipping it out, it's nice to brand your stuff, brand your boxes and all that. It's something that I've even been looking at recently here, obviously, because I've told you about that before. But if you want to buy boxes that have your brand on them or something on them, they get expensive quick. So being able to put a stamp on your own boxes is pretty cool. So he was showing how he did the laser engraved a piece of rubber and then puts it onto a 3D printed rolling block and all that good stuff. So I thought that was pretty neat.
I like this
I-
idea
I've
for
used-
the negative.
Yeah, I've used that. A matter of fact,
Oh yeah,
these little same rubber. It's cool stuff to work with, and you literally just make your own stamp.
yeah,
Yeah,
sweet.
except smaller, but same principle. I like his roller.
Yeah.
That is slick.
Yeah, he
I've
said
seen 'em.
like in the video that it didn't really seem to be necessary that it was a roller. Like he was like, if I did it again, I'd make a flat one.
Wow.
But I don't know if I guess you'd have to try it, I guess, a couple different ways to see which way give you the results that you wanted. Because I would think that the rolling one would, give you some different textures or something that a flat one wouldn't.
It's really cool.
I would think if you're doing a bunch of them too, you can just, instead of,
Yeah,
I don't know.
roll it on.
rolling good.
Well, I've seen guys silk screening their boxes, which is really cool. Same
Huh.
thing, except you don't have the mess with this compared to the silk screening. Just open your pad and away you go.
Yeah. Yeah, and it dries within a few seconds and be able to keep on running. And he has his affiliate link right there for the Amazon.
Nice thing
The
about the
boxes.
curved stencil is if you got a kerdink in the box or something, the curve thing you don't cover as big an area at one time, so it might not matter.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. Yeah, I dug it. I think it's pretty cool. I might make something to work with some with my boxes. I always I was thinking it would be funny, like so I used to listen to Opie and Anthony on the radio back in the day. They were like shock jocks, kind of like Howard Stern and all that, but they did not get along with Howard Stern. But anyway, their sign off when they were getting fired, anytime that they were getting fired somewhere, they would say, hey, it's your mom's box. And so and that was kind of like the listeners like, oh, it's over. they're going somewhere else now. But I thought it'd be funny, like on a shipping box, to put on there that it's your mom's box.
Yeah, that's good.
No, I probably won't do that because it's just not very professional, but it'd be pretty funny nonetheless. But anyway, moving on. Our buddy Nathan builds robots. I love this guy. I'm at one of these 3D printing festival things. I'm going to meet him, and I will be very happy. It'll be the highlight of my day. so this is a pretty funny video because we've talked about the whole Bamboo A1 happenings that have happened over the last several months, and now they're starting to get fixed. Bamboo sending out replacement beds to people, or the replacement unit is being shipped out, stuff like that. So I guess that one of his viewers got tired of waiting and just gave Nathan the printer and said, you need to destroy it. So Nathan doesn't disappoint. So he's like, let's try this. So he's like, the big thing with this printer was that the bed cable coming out the back was a potential fire hazard. And so he just starts out the video. He's just smacking it with this piece of pipe or something. It wasn't pipe, was it? Unistrut. He's just like smacking it. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's happening. And then them and a couple other people go out, and all I was getting visions of was with the movie
Office Space. I was like, they missed a great opportunity to do the slow-mo kick and
yeah. That's all I was thinking about as the whole video was going on. I was like, oh man, where's my stapler?
Have you seen my stapler?
Yeah.
My stapler.
So instead of Whistling Diesel, if you don't know who Whistling Diesel is, you might not want to watch his videos because he destroys stuff. I mean, really nice vehicles just done. Sometimes he does it to horrible vehicles, like those squatted trucks. He's chopped them up and put them in jars and sent them out to people. Stuff like that. Anyway, so I was like, now it's instead of Whistling Diesel, this is Whistling Filament. The bamboo killer. And that was the other part I loved about this, because he starts talking about how he's like, I wonder if Bamboo would let me become an affiliate again. While they're just whacking the crap out of this printer. Hey, but you know what? It was showing how durable that thing really is. I mean, they were smacking the crap out of it, and it was still being okay for a while. It was pretty funny. I was enjoying it. But yeah. So then, besides that, he did a 7-hour stream yesterday, or was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday, where he's testing out his new printer that he's building. So he's building a style printer called a polar printer. So there's really like three or four different main types of printers. There's a Cartesian style, which means that you have a motor for X, a motor for Y, a motor for Z. And then there's the Core XY, like the Bamboo ones, where there's two motors that operate together to move in X and Y. And then there's a Z motor. And well, this is a polar one, which you can't see it from this screenshot, but it's basically if you look at, you can see he's got 4 legs going down. So each one of those has an extruder on it, and the build plate is round. So the build plate will turn as the extruder goes in towards the middle and out. And so he's like trying to build this crazy ultra high flow rate printer. So of course his goal is to build a $200 trash can. He's trying to where it can print 2 kilograms an hour. So it's after 7 hours, it got like this big. And I guess he was like, "Well, I'm gonna go get some food now," and it was pretty awesome. Pretty funny though. I enjoy his dryness of his comedy. So, what are we looking at here? I got it. Hold on a second. There you go. There we go. Hey, there. Look, we got another one. Whistling. It's spelled completely wrong. Wow, that's bad. But you got to spell it that way. Maybe. I'll leave it up there for a few seconds. We'll cover up Paul for a few seconds just to see if give people a chance to put it in horribly wrong. But that's all right. Yeah. Yeah. So the next video here, Nectar Mechanics. So this kid was doing some pretty cool stuff. He'd been trying to make transformers out of 3D printing a transformer that would actually play the tape. And so I guess it was his first couple attempts, I guess, had not gone so great. They played, but it wasn't so great. But then he discovered the type of tape that we all had growing up, or not growing up, but back in the day, where it's the tape that you plug into your CD Walkman or whatever, and it's got the wire that goes to the tape deck, and you drop it in there. So
how many of us? That's how we added that's how we got a CD player in our first cars.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you had the CD player on, the spring bed, so for the anti-shock.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You hit a bump and that thing would skip for about 5 minutes while I was trying to figure out where it's at.
I remember mounting mine to a little adapter on one of those bendy things.
Yeah.
You'd hit something good and that sucker just start bouncing all over. Yeah. But it was cool, man. It was cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, but pretty neat the way that he figured out how to make this whole thing and get it to actually transform and all that. He's got this 13-minute video here, but he also did a 2-minute video where it's just showing the end results. So if you go to Nectar Mechanics, you can see that if you don't want to listen to the trials and tribulations of how he got to where he is.
And he correct me if I'm wrong, he used Tinkercad.
Yeah.
That's designed in Tinker. That's not Fusion or any.
Yeah, that was Tinkercad.
That's well done then.
Yeah. So
I thought it was funny. They put this tape over the cassette on the real cassette, like how he had to explain the cassette. I'm like, stop making us feel old, kid.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. All right, well, there's that one. Now we got this new one. All right, well, let's see here. We'll keep on moving then. So Print Farm Academy. So this is the video that he put out last week. So this is Travis. So Travis, we've talked about Travis before, I think, because he has Shop Greatness is his other oops, hit the wrong button. His other channel, and but he's running a print farm business now too, along with his shop stuff. So what his primary product is what he's holding in his hand. So it's a better dust collection for chop saws, and so he buys them and tests them and figures them out and tries to make the the dust collection of it significantly better than what they are because they're historically crap. But he started this Print Farm Academy channel last week, and he's got a couple of videos out on it already. He put one out. What was it, yesterday or today?
Today.
Yeah, and as an update. So this is the video from last week, but go check him out. But he's talking about he's got like $100,000 invested in his print farm because he's grown from doing it in his house to where he now has like a commercial space where he's got 40, I think, printers altogether or something like that.
Just in that one room, he had, I think it was 42 printers of Persas and Bamboos in that one room.
Oh, it was just in the one room. Oh, geez.
That was just one room. Then he had the other, the room that was right before it that had like 12 or so, 10 or 12.
Yeah.
And then he had another room that had 8. And then he had his office that had 4 for prototyping.
Yeah, I saw he had that Orange Storm Giga in there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they sent him one too. No, I would think, I don't know. I kind of, so talk about the Orange Storm Giga for a minute. A lot of people have gotten these things, right? Like you're seeing it in a lot of these YouTube folks places, like Travis's here. That doesn't fit what he does. Like, so I think if that would have been me, I would have been like, hey, that's really cool. I'd like to have one, but I'm not going to help you with that thing because it's not what his business is. Like nothing that he prints is going to go that type of scale, I don't know. I just think sometimes they send these things out to all these people and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to do that. But
yeah, I could see it going to like Uncle Jesse because he does a lot of cosplay, armor and helmets.
Or big stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe Travis is going to do something cool with it, but it's evidently been probably sitting back there for a couple months and he's never mentioned it. So,
well, I mean, he's getting that print farm going.
Well, yeah.
Like, let me see. Work on print farm or play with big gigantic printer.
That's a problem.
Something I just put a lot of money into, or big giant printer.
I mean, personally, I do big giant printer. That's why I'm in the situation I'm in. But yeah, pretty cool though. I mean, I'm really excited that he's doing this new channel, like just on the whole print farm aspect of everything, because he's really successful at it from what it looks like. So it's pretty cool that in not very long of a time frame, he grew it from being like 2 or 3 printers to however many he's got now. So it's pretty cool. But this particular video was nice because I liked how he broke down pricing of a product that you're going to be putting out there and all that good stuff. So I think this will be a fun channel to keep an eye on for learning. So good stuff. All right, moving on. Yeah, Rolohan. This little guy is so cute. If I'm not mistaken, he's the same guy that developed another 3D printer called the Rook, which is a mostly 3D printed printer, and you can print it out and make it yourself or whatever, change whatever you want to on it. So now he's made himself a mini Delta printer. So the Delta printer moves, it's barely big enough to do like a Benchy. So the build plate size, it doesn't do very much, but pretty sweet though. I thought that was pretty cool.
I'm not gonna lie, I love just how the mechanics of a Delta work. It's
really fascinating to watch moving around.
bed's so small though.
Yeah, I don't know how useful. I mean, I guess it's the build is the fun part of building this thing.
Well,
Because you would have to have a
kids
specific.
getting kids into it, you know, like
Oh,
at
yeah.
like at a elementary or middle school, and I know, you know, the price is not cheap, but I think the price is cheap if you look at it from a learning perspective or a teachable moment.
Yeah. Oh, I can see that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. My son, when we went to that 3D printing festival last year, he was only talking about the Delta printers. Like he was like, "That is cool," and I was like, "Yeah, this is pretty awesome." I know nothing about those things, but yeah, I could definitely, I could see that, Paul. The being the on the educational part of it. Well, I mean, I guess too, like maybe there's people out there that do just miniatures, and if you're doing them one miniature at a time or something, for you don't need to print them. You don't need a giant printer to do that.
Yep.
No.
But if you go into the Facebook pages, you just need to get a resin printer. That's what you need to do. Why are you even doing it with FDM? Sorry, I'm adding what I read. You know, you go through these got into 3D printing, so I started paying more attention, and I'm like, man.
It's in every genre. They're all people are crazy.
Yeah.
I was checking back through some of the comments to see if we're missing anything. Looks like we're doing all right. Everybody's playing our reindeer games tonight, so it's fun times. Oh, you know what? I gotta pick one of those. Which one should I pick?
Second one.
Oops. Hit the wrong.
Here, let me get the dice tower. It'll tell you how many choices you got. My daughter and wife are playing games all day, and I kept going, do you need the dice tower? You need dice tower? Like, no, it's a card game. And then of course they start playing the one dice game right before the show starts.
That's funny.
I'm like, well, now I need it.
There you go. Sweet. All right. Well, here, let's before we do another one, let's give away another Jenny. Let's see here. We gotta do we're sharing screen. And as soon as I get over there, we're gonna come on, allow all sorts of ways. Jenny Benson! Come on, mouse. Get over there. It's slow. Yeah, we're drawing. Let's see who's winning this one. All right, downtown Jenny. Denny Doken. Denny is a lucky SOB. I know he's won several times over when we did Dave show back in the day. So congratulations, Denny. Thanks for keeping on with us here, buddy. Much appreciated. So make sure you send me that an email over there. Where's that banner at? There we go. There you go. rballarddesigns@hotmail.com. And I'll make sure that then gets sent out to you, buddy. So thank you very much for playing along. All right. Let's see. We got a few more videos there to throw out there for the evening here. Let's see here. We'll go there. All right. Next one is Sam Craft. Sam's doing a good job.
Oh, yeah.
Ammo cans. Putting the pew in the ammo can. So I was hoping that he would have used a different like a little more of a witty ammo can for that because it's an ammo can. You should put some kind of pew pew thing on it. You know, but that's just me. But yeah, it's pretty cool. He walks you through how he sets up for doing ammo cans and where he gets them from, or different places you can get them from, and all that good stuff. Pretty awesome. Lots of fun.
I've done a few of those. They're not that hard to do.
Yeah, no, I mean you're cutting off the or baking off the paint or whatever, so not too bad.
My only question was that he didn't put any kind of finish over that.
Right.
And won't that rust eventually?
I guess it depends on what kind of metal it is.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
I don't know what ammo cans are traditionally made out of. If it's made out of just regular steel or if it's made out of something else. But yeah, I could see that definitely. But Spicer Design, he did a video today on doing a laser on a tumbler. And those are stainless steel, so you didn't have to put anything over it. But I don't know with the ammo cans if you would want to or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'd oil them. I just put a light coat of oil.
Do you? Like WD-40 or something like that? Yeah, that makes sense. Probably safer than sorry.
Yeah.
But cool. Yeah, it was fun time. All right, let's see here. And then that was it for the regular videos. Man, we rode through those this evening. So now for something a little different. Engineering Explained. So I enjoyed this one. But it brought up some questionable things. So I don't make it unknown that I love electric cars. I love the technology of an electric car, and that I have a real disdain for Tesla. I think the Cybertruck is the worst vehicle ever put on the face of the earth. I mean,
ugly.
I would rather drive a Pontiac Aztek than a.
I like the design.
Yeah, do you? See, I'm not in that boat.
Aztek or of the Cybertruck?
I will remain silent, so
you can
not incriminate myself. No.
If you like it, you like it. You know,
I just think I like it because when you see it, you know it's like the DeLorean. You're like that's a Tesla truck. That's a Cybertruck. I'm not saying I like Tesla, but I like that they took a chance and did something that wasn't, you know, if you see a Ford, a Ram, any other truck drive down the road, you have to look and see, all right, who made it?
Yeah, I don't fault you there. Yeah, they do look pretty much alike nowadays.
I was going to say, you brought up DeLorean and Ford. Now, if you put those two together, like a Ford truck and DeLorean, is that what you end up with? Tesla truck?
Well, it was pretty funny, good video because you know he's a dude's smart. I mean, he's got a whole board full of numbers and all that stuff. He figured out like what the quarter mile time would be for a Tesla truck within like 100th of a second. I mean, he was so close to what it would actually do, and he was right by just doing whatever the math was on it. But then him and Motor Trend, I guess, decided, hey, let's try this out. So to see what they could do, and basically they show that in no way, shape, or form could the Cybertruck beat a Porsche in a quarter mile race towing a Porsche. But it was kind of funny because like they were, well, the first thing that I noticed when I saw that Tesla commercial was that they have, just like in this thumbnail, they have the Porsche loaded frontwards. Well, the motor of a Porsche is in the back.
Is it back?
So it's really not very safe putting going 100 miles an hour with a 2-wheeled trailer, pulling that thing, because it's taken so much tongue weight off of it. Hey, whatever. It's not my truck, not my Porsche, so you do what you can afford. It's kind of neat, like the things that they were doing, and you could see that thing as he was making passes with it, as he's getting faster, that trailer's starting to move. And I was like, whoa, it's a good thing he's shutting down when he is, because if he go too much more, it would be over. Then I guess towards the end, he talks about how he actually talked to one of the Tesla drivers that did the Tesla race, and I guess they modified the trailer. The car was pulled a little bit further forward, just trying to give it some more tongue weight, and stuff like that. And it was interesting, some of the things that they tried to use for its advantage. But I don't know, it was pretty cool. Math wins in the end. Math totally wins. But it was a good video. It's the math. Watching him just crush it in math, it was pretty awesome. I definitely would advise checking it out. So good stuff. So we got anything else going on out here? Anybody? Oh, they are the elite at Paul. Very good. Awesome possum. Well, anyway, it was a great time. I think we'll start wrapping her up. I mean, might as well. We've had a good time. We've been on over an hour, and everybody's been hanging out with us, and much appreciated. It's been a good birthday show, I think. Paul, you've made it around the sun one more time with us.
That's true.
One year we're going to have you in a sarcophagus. King Tut Paul. Hopefully that wouldn't be for a long, long time.
Well,
Dude, I just thought of
Hopefully
Steve Martin.
Hopefully we're not doing this show at that point. Jeez. Anyway. Paul, you got anything else for us tonight?
No words of wisdom or anything. I'm good for another year.
Hey, there you go. Mr. Sean, you got anything for us?
Have a wonderful weekend. If you haven't checked out Fallout, dude, I love it.
It's a great show.
If you don't, yes. And then after that, check out Paul's video if you haven't watched it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool unboxing.
Very good.
Or uncrating.
Uncrating.
Yes, I got to go watch that one. Mr. Paul, anything from you, sir? Oh, look at that.
Six new designs. I should have the prototypes or the whatever you call them in.
Let me blow them up here. Hold on a second. There we go.
Chip
I don't make mistakes just in the designs. That's pretty good. There you go.
There'll be polos and men's fitted shirts and hats. So those
Nice.
will be. And
Very
you can also
good.
still check out my old designs.
dhammermaker.com. Get on it. And for me, if you haven't already, just hit a little thumbs up for me. Be a friend, tell a friend. Thank you so much for joining us for this past year, and we'll keep trying to keep going. Might as well. I mean, what else we got to do on a Saturday night? It's not like we got lives or nothing. Yeah, you tell him, puppy. That's right. Bite that man. Bite that hand that feeds you. That was dog speak for be a friend, tell a friend. Hit the like button. There you go. So, all right, people. Well, thanks again for joining us. Much appreciated. We'll see you next week. Let's start year 2. Oh. Peace out, sauerkraut.